Hello guys! Some cool things happened today. But before I get into that, I want to tell you something. It is this. Here is Michael.
You. I'm on the cooler now. Because I'm cooler now.
Why are you on the cooler, Michael?
What?
Why are you on the cooler?
Because the couches are no good for me. They're filled with something that's bad.
You're allergic to the couch?
I'm allergic to something that seeped into the couch.
Michael, how can you be allergic to an entire couch? It's like being allergic to, like, a car.
Maybe if the car was sprayed with something I was allergic to.
That is so logical. Today, several really cool things happened. Today, I was walking near the front of my building, near where I work. I work at a prop house. We rent props to productions. And I was walking to the front of the building, where the rental guys set up all their props together, and guys come in to pick them up, and then they go and bring them to the production, they shoot with them, and then they bring them back to where I work, in the returns department, then we put them away. And I was up near the front. I realized I did not need that whole explanation, but we already did it, so let's move past it. I was up near the front, and I see this decker. It's like this double-decker cart. We call them deckers. Filled with like 1920s to 1950s to 1990s Western props. And I'm like, And then I look at this decker, and it has a label on it with the production name on it, like what movie or show or whatever it's for. That never happens. They never put the production name on it, but this one had it. And it was for Jane Got a Gun. And I flipped my shit. Because I know the guy who wrote that fucking movie. His name is Brian Duffield. We went to the same college. We're not really, like, friends, I guess. More like acquaintances, but we're friendly with each other, you know? We just don't really hang out. We live in the same town, though, now. I want to hang out with him more. I'm really busy. He's really busy. I'll just leave it as it is. But I know that fucking guy. He wrote that movie. And I was telling the guys, I'm like, holy shit! Jane Got a Gun? My friend wrote that. And they're like, no, he didn't. And I'm like, yeah, he did. His name's Brian Duffield. Natalie Portman's producing it, and maybe directing it, and starring in it, and Michael Fassbender's starring in it. And my friend Brian Duffield wrote that. And they're like, what? And they looked it up, and yeah, they looked it up on IMDb, and there's his name, Brian Duffield. And so I thought that was so cool. It was like small world. Another thing that happened today's like story day. Another thing that happened today is I was breaking down some boxes in the returns department. I see someone walking towards the returns department. I look up at them and to just notice, who they are. And then I look back down because they're still a ways off. And then I realize who that person is. And I look back up, and it's fucking Holt McKinley. The name probably doesn't ring a bell, but this might ring a bell. It's a line from a movie he was in. I see. In death, a member of Project Mayhem has a name. His name is Robert Paulson. That was him! That was him from Fight Club, one of the guys from Project Mayhem. Holt McKinley fucking walked into the returns department. He's like, hey, I'd like to make a return. I'm like, Holt McKinley, of course you can make a return. And, God, he was really nice, too. He shook my hand. Yeah, he shook mine. Like, I shook it back, but he held his hand out first. That was just cool. I'm like, oh, man, that's cool. Like, running into, like, Tom Cruise or something, bullshit. Running into someone like Holt McKinley, like, someone, like, who played, like, a small part in, like, this cult movie that you, like, love. God, that was awesome. And the last thing that was really, really cool was that I went to go pick up my car today. Now, the damage on my car was very, very much. It was like 3 Biffs worth of damage. If you get that reference, just do a little bit of math and you'll understand how much I was in for with this. A little bit more than 3 Biffs worth of damage. And I was like, I do not want to pay this, like, straight out right now. So I applied, I applied for, I believe this counts as it, but it's my first credit card ever. I never wanted a credit card because I figure I can just get through life without it and that sort of thing. But recently I've been thinking, for emergencies it'd be good to have one. Turns out, yeah, because I applied for this Pet Boys credit program for this, and I was really afraid I wasn't going to get approved because I didn't have any credit. But I got approved for $800. So that is going to help me pay this off. And interest free for 6 months. I'm I can pay this off in 3 months maybe if I'm really pushing it. 3 months, 6 months? Awesome. That's great. So yeah, I got my car back. She's running great, if you were wondering. And I got this fucking credit line at Pet Boys. Awesome day. Jane got a gun. Small world. Holt McKinley. And Pet Boys rocked my socks off. I've had a pretty damn good Tuesday. I liked it a lot. How's your Tuesday, Mike?
It was alright.
What was your favorite part about it?
I don't know. Hanging out with you all.
Was it hanging out with me?
Yeah, probably. Work was boring. Down here was boring. I was being lazy.
We're best friends. High five. Okay. I'm gonna go. Thank you for letting me share my awesome day with you. I had a lot of fun sharing it. It was a really good day. But I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go to bed. But thank you for stopping by, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Say goodbye, Michael.
Goodbye, Michael. Mm-hmm.